Comment about who do you think you are, who is Afenyo marking. You can make those denigrating comments against the leader of the minority. It is not fair. I can't sit here and ask Mahama Yariga, who is Mahama Yariga?
Isaac, I heard Mahama Yariga.
Oh,
I heard him too. He said
were you happy? No, were you happy with his choice of words?
He didn't say who you are. I mean, who do you think you are?
It's a bit go back to Hansard. I will bring you the Hansard that.
When he said, who do you think you are? He said that?
Oh,
you have it in the Hansard?
I'll bring you some. You think you are Afenyo back? Who do you think you are?
Uncle Kwesi. Did you watch the vetting?
I did. Oh, you see?
Okay.
I mean, sometimes.
Let me please state. Let me say that kindly again. Management has given us some 15 more minutes, so we're grateful.
Okay.
I appreciate.
Thank you. Yeah.
You may not even need it. But see, sometimes when I sit back and I watch the minority in Parliament and its parent party, I just can't help feeling amused, completely amused. You see, a few months ago, this minority was actually involved in the organization of a demonstration. And it made the case that the Chief Justice was being removed because President Mahama is going to run for a third term. You remember? And that the removal of the Chief Justice is to facilitate the amendment of the Constitution to enable President Mahama run for a third term. Why are they still on that path? Because now President Mahama has announced that he's not going for a third term. So you see, they have changed their position again. Completely changed their position again. What are they saying today? Are they still hanging on to the supposition that President Mahama wants to go for a third term, and that's why the Chief Justice is being removed? Are they still hanging on that?
And that they will pack the judiciary. That one, you didn't hear that. But he's done it.
For the purposes of enabling President Mahama to go for a third term. That was your argument.
No, and packing, more importantly, packing the judiciary
packing for the purpose,
for his purpose.
Yes. Packing the judiciary for the purpose of enabling President Mahama to go for a third term.
No, that one, I don't think that has been our strongest position, Kwesi.
But it has been your position.
No, I'm saying...
You want to deny that?
Why? Kwesi, I'm telling you that where I sit and what I know, the argument has always been that President Mahama is trying to remove the Chief Justice so that he can have unfettered control over the judiciary, including empaneling or getting more aligned people to the bench.
For the purpose
and more. With the third term, I can earn more.
This is the argument you made. Now you're running away from your own argument. And you don't have the decency, at least, to look the public in the eye and to say that we were wrong.
No, I disagree.
You were clearly wrong. He has publicly declared that he's not running for a third term.
He didn't have any way.
You understand? So this is what sometimes makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder. But let's put that aside. I watched the vetting. Look, I did literature. And I studied Shakespeare. Okay. So when the minority leader opened his statement with a quotation from Shakespeare and so on, I was sitting there and I was just wondering, what is this about? Where is he going? What point is he trying to make with this quotation? Now, I studied Shakespeare. Today, I still read Shakespeare. But I couldn't make head or tail from what he was doing with the Shakespearean quotation. Look at the population of Ghana. How many of us are completely illiterate? How many of us have the capacity even to understand Shakespeare? Me, I've read Shakespeare, I didn't see the relevance. Useless talk.
No, please, that's too harsh.
Oh, that's his opinion. Let me allow him.
I said it's
Please
harsh.
allow him.
No, I said
It's harsh.
it's harsh. It's harsh.
Look,
Let's talk.
when
It's harsh.
minority
It's
leaders,
harsh.
majority leaders, members of
harsh.
parliament debate in parliament, I have no doubt that you expect your constituents to understand what you are saying. Am I lying?
Not all. Some may understand at some point.
Oh, so you speak in language
But
in
no,
parliament
you speak that
you
they
know
will understand.
that we will not understand.
Oh,
That you
not
know
that.
we
I
will
say
not
some of
understand.
them, at times, some may understand, others may not. But we try as much as possible to speak to the
Do
understanding.
you, in fairness,
Yes. I
think
speak to
that-
the understanding.
fantastic.
Yes.
Do you, in fairness, in
Yeah.
all sincerity,
Yes.
believe that that Shakespearean quotation was understood by even 10% of the Ghanaian population?
No. But maybe that was what was going to ginger the.
So why are you saying that I'm being harsh when I say that it is useless?
Oh, but it may be useful to a percentage.
I'm saying that as a parliamentary speech,
Yeah.
which is meant for our understanding, it was useless. Nobody understood what you were saying. Did you understand what you were trying to say? You, forget your constituents. You.
Oh, but you know we all read Shakespeare, so we.
Did you understand?
I
the
was
point of
waiting.
the-
I was waiting for him to finish his preliminary, then I can connect.
Did you understand what you were saying? If you understood, you tell us what you meant.
I'm saying, but I didn't let him finish so that I can contextualize.
No,
the
the
issue.
Shakespearean quotation was finished.
But
It's only one
it
or
was
two.
supposed to lead to maybe an end,
So you tell us what he meant by that Shakespearean.
but he didn't get us to the end.
I mean, completely useless. And when I say useless, I'm not being insulting. I mean, I couldn't understand it. I didn't know where it was taking us. What point he was trying to make. Maybe if the intention was to show that he's a learned man and he reads Shakespeare, fine. But in terms of the substance of the matter before the appointments committee, what did that mean?
Obviously,
Yes, sir.
first, as a young, his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. That's the quote.
You understand
I
it?
don't.
Eh?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't understand.
So what am I saying which is wrong? Did you understand?
Shakespeare's Macbeth, Act 1, Scene 7. That's what he got the quote.
So did you understand it?
What do you to us so that because of the catch of because decoding AC was so let me leave it at where I understand it and let's move on. So it means we have to train our people to understand literature more. How many of us are still doing literature?
You are the only hope he had to understand it. You two say you don't know.
No, I don't want to encourage Kesi in that path. He wants to take me on the path of unrighteousness. I don't want to go there. I decline that invitation. And once you went
You are the only hope. You are the only
I
hope he
said he
has.
doesn't understand.
You two say you don't understand.
I didn't say I don't understand. I
So
said
who is he going to seek interpretation from?
My
Because
goodness.
Afenyo is not reachable.
Why do you worry us like that?
you mean we have to go and read more literature.
Why do you punish us like this? We have elected you to go and serve our interests. Now, even the language you speak is Greek to us. What is this? But let's put that one to aside. Maza, let's put that one to aside. When the minority leader refers to Justice Bafo-Boni as a disputed nominee, what does that mean? And then you manage to turn around and say, oh, it was not an attack on Justice Bafo-Boni, it was an attack on the process. You say that he, sitting before your committee, is a disputed nominee. How is he a disputed nominee? And it doesn't end there. You go on to say that, oh, he has a fine record and so on, but his presence there will destroy all of that record. And you go on to describe how you think history will remember him and so on. Bad speech. Very bad speech. You understand? Exceedingly bad speech. And you know what surprises me? Because on the side of the minority at the vetting committee, I saw many distinguished, respectable, sensible members of parliament from the New Patriotic Party. Many of them. I mean, brilliant people and so on, including you. And I was wondering, did you actually go into caucus and vet this speech, and all of you approved this speech, including an odd player and so on, all of you approved this speech? Surprising, meaningless speech. Did you approve it? So I'm wondering, maybe Osahini alone decided to write this speech and to deliver it. But if that is the case, if he was not speaking on your behalf, why did you all walk out with him and so on? You know, it just baffles me. I'm completely baffled. I don't understand what happened on that day. But you see, let's come to what appears to be the substance. And I'm saying that it appears to be the substance, okay? Which is that Justice Bafuboni is being nominated at a time when the processes for the removal of the Chief Justice have not been completed. Let us say that that is the substance, and let's test that. What are the processes? It's a constitutional process. Article 146 is so very clear. Talks about all the measures. It ends up with the decision of the committee established by the president and the issue of a warrant. Finish. There's no appellate process spelled out in the Constitution. Article 146 is very clear. You understand? So, what is the merit of this hula balloon?
So just a little one for guidance. So, yes. Of course, Article 146 is exhaustive up to the point of removal and appointing of the Chief Justice.
Yes.
But this Constitution is read in entirety.
Yes.
There are other provisions that guarantees the rights of citizens and right of appeal if you are dissatisfied with decisions made by any arm of government. And so that is the other aspect which constitutes her right to be heard on the removal, whether she believes it was fair or not. And that is the other part of the Constitution that she is exploring. And that should also be respected, because the Constitution gives this to the president, but also guarantees another right of an individual to be heard.
Do you know something?
I'm listening.
This morning, I've taken the trouble to reread Article 146, all the provisions of Article 146 of the Constitution this morning. In addition to that, I've read all the provisions of Article 129 to 135 of the Constitution. So I'm not talking in jest.
I know, but I only also had to draw attention to, because if her right is completely extinguished, sorry, I don't.
Okay, I don't have a problem. Okay. Master, talk.
No,
Master,
I'm just
happy.
uncomfortable. I'm just.
Please don't be uncomfortable. I give you the chance to
you finish. I'll try and note that.
Master, say whatever you want to say. I don't have a problem.
Oh no. You finish.
You have to come in, please.
No, that's okay.
You are not sitting on this fight.
Yeah.
As persons engaged in a boxing match.
Not at all.
We are sitting here to discuss.
That is so.
I don't know everything.
Yeah.
You may know something which would even help me advance the argument I'm making.
That's
so if you want to make an intervention, go ahead and make it. I will listen to you.
You finish.
Master, I see.
No, I just don't want to interrupt again. So you finish.
You are not interrupting. Go ahead.
No. If it would help with it, why not?
I don't have a problem. We want to arrive at...
There's something you want to chip in. Because quite clearly you wanted to say something.
Master, at the end of the day, this conversation should help all of us, those of us here, and those who are watching and listening to us, make up their mind as to whether what is happening is proper or improper.
True.
Whether it serves the national interest or not. And that should be the concern of those of us who are sitting around this table.
Of course.
It's not about me having one over you or you having one over me.
No.
So if you have a point to make it. Maybe it's a valid point.
I'm okay.
All right.
Maybe it's a valid point.
Okay, so please go ahead. No, please go ahead.
So I can go ahead.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, Master, no problem. So, for me, the issue is that no law, from my reading of the Constitution, has been breached. But I'm not the one, I'm not the final arbiter. The final arbiter is the courts. And the Constitution says so. The former Chief Justice has gone to court. But you see, there's nothing in that process that she has chosen which serves as a restraining order on the president exercising his power to appoint a new Chief Justice. That's my understanding. But even given the assumption that the president is acting ultra virus, as you say,
yes.
Even given that assumption, what is the remedy? Is the remedy a walkout from the appointments committee? That is still a matter which has to be referred to the judiciary for determination. Why? Only a few months ago, any time you had a disagreement with the NPP, what was the refrain? Go to court. I lie? If I lie, tell me. Any time you had a disagreement with the NPP, the refrain was that go to court. Now the NPP doesn't want to go to court. Now the NPP doesn't want to go to court. What has changed? Because if you think that the president is acting beyond his powers and so on, the thing to do is to go to court. You are not going to court. What is happening? And for me, one of the most worrying developments in this vetting exercise is simply the fact that most of the Supreme Court judges and other judges were there. Why would they come to the vetting? I don't know. But am I wrong in suspecting or suggesting that they came to express solidarity with Justice Bafuboni? Because if they were so violently opposed to his nomination and his vetting, why would they come there? You understand? And then statements are made to impugn not just the integrity of Justice Bafuboni, but of all of the judges who were present at the vetting. I find that clearly unacceptable. Clearly unacceptable. And then I go to the history of Justice Bafuboni. I go to his history. Why? This was a man who started his career, somewhere in the prison service. He practiced his law in Kumasi. He and Sir John, who became General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, perhaps the most colorful General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, and I'm using my words advisedly. Most colorful General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, were in the same chambers. Okay?
Do you know the name of the chamber?
I won't remember immediately. Kejetia Chambers. Thank you, sir. You see why I was encouraging you to intercede? You have information that I don't have, But they were in Kejetia Chambers with Sir John and all of them. Interesting. He practiced for some time in Sekendi Takoradi. In what chambers? In what chambers? In the chambers of the late, what is his name? I've forgotten. A known opponent of the NDC and the PNDC. Okay? How did he get to the Court of Appeal? Appointed by President Kufuor. How did he get to the Supreme Court? Appointed by an NPP government, and so on. And in fact, Moro, to tell you the truth, I have not been happy with some of the decisions that Justice Bafuboni has made in his career. And I tell you that honestly.
He's human.
I remember, he's human. We are all human. I remember that he sat as an additional High Court judge over a case of a demonstration as to whether or not people have a right to demonstrate and so on. And he made a decision that every demonstration is potentially violent. Every demonstration is potentially violent. And to that extent, anybody seeking to organize a demonstration needs a police permit. And I disagreed with him. And I disagree with him up till today. Because I'm of the view that the Constitution grants unfettered right to demonstrate. And by his interpretation of the public order law vis-a-vis the Constitution, he had damaged the constitutional provision on free expression and the right, and so on, and other rights and so on. So I disagreed with him, and I stated this disagreement publicly. Of course, no human being is perfect. You can't have a human being, whether as Chief Justice or President or Speaker of Parliament or trotro driver, whose views will always be correct by your judgment. It is not possible. So you look at the person's track record in fullness and so on. And I'm just wondering how anybody can describe Justice Bafuboni as an NDC stooge, or somebody who will do the bidding of the NDC, or somebody who is in cahoots with President Mahama to subvert the Constitution. His background doesn't support that. His practice as a judge doesn't support that. You understand? This is a judge like all judges. He has no blemish on his record. You may disagree with him on the basis of your philosophical outlook, on the basis of your understanding of the Constitution and the law, but he has no blemish. In this long judicial career, he has had no blemish.
Okay.
So what is all this hula baloo about? This grandstanding? What is it about?
Okay.
Right. And then it is important also to note that yesterday when Mama Yariga asked that sanctions be applied against Honorable Afenyo Makin, it was not in relation to his conduct at the vetting committee.
Yeah, it was an ECOWAS matter.
It was an ECOWAS matter.
Fueled by what he
How can you come to that conclusion?
Why? So don't you read
Let me just read a few
these?
messages and I can just
Am I not entitled to read meanings?
Yes.
You are entitled. So you are reading meanings. Say so.
But since when did he return from ECOWAS?
Let me just do this.
Since when did he return from ECOWAS
They've been
Parliament?
pending for some time.
So you are reading meanings.
I have to read
You are
meanings.
entitled to read meanings.
All right,
No problem,
so Dennis Glass sends a message, says, good morning. The Shakespeare quotation was meant more for the parliamentary records than for the vetting process. I agree with Uncle Kwesi. It was completely useless and self-serving. Osahene has to look sharp. This one here from Manchester Bruce.